teach us. Hey, Steve Zelnard here with Treviso Realty North, Remax. Sorry about the blank walls. Clearly we are moving offices out here in Southwest Florida. Very excited about that. Talking about inventory. So inventory right now is it's obviously peaking, starting to get higher. We're at 25,000 units as of this morning. But you know what the amazing thing is? We had 1,039 sales in the last 7 days. And we've been feeling that because we've been selling a lot of properties as well, like our listings, and buyers are coming out of the woodwork. So that it's, again, I always say like that Toronto market has been stabbed, shot, drowned, and burned, and it still has a heartbeat, which is quite amazing. Clearly, people are not getting what they want when they sell. It's obviously a lower range than what they thought. Or actually, I was talking to Mike about this as well, where he was telling me is that the expectations are a lot, more aligned with the current market because there's been so much negative media publicity that everyone kind of knows that they're not going to get what they thought with their property in the past. So yeah, it is what it is. That's pretty much it. I think actually Mike sent me a message this morning. Remax is looks like it's getting bought out by a tech company, which let me just have a quick look at this real quick. So yeah, just reading a little bit of the article. So it says the real estate Remax is being sold to a tech-focused real estate firm. Real estate broker just set to buy Remax for roughly $550 million. Mike sent me another message as well. Deal is only $880 million, which is 7 times its EBITDA, which I don't know what that means. Probably its annual revenue. Remax only made $125 million last year. So again, it's suffering, as we know. And we were talking about this. I had a podcast with our manager broker there at the Woodbridge office that real estate's going to change. In 2020, I had a sort of an epiphany. I was talking to a good friend of mine who's saying that the market's going to change drastically, where buyer's agents won't exist anymore, where everything's going to be automated, where the only thing that kind of lasts is basically listing houses, if that makes sense. So an office that just takes in listings, and then they had salaried employees that kind of service these listings. That's the future of this, and I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be like an Uber effect, where taxis in the past, you'd call them, they would milk you, you would negotiate, there was this whole thing. And then after someone came up with this tech program that never crossed the desk of anybody, and it took over taxis. When's the last time you called a taxi? Oh, and would you trust it? And do you know if they're coming or not? Like the Uber app, you kind of look at that, you see the taxi coming, or the Lyft coming, whatever it is, the car coming, you know how far it is, there's communication. It's today's society in a sense of like high speed everything. So I think that's what's going to happen with real estate in general. And again, this is my profession. This is why we're trying to branch out into other specters of real estate, not just selling real estate. And if we do, we already have our own brokerage, so we do have a boutique style office out here in Southwest Florida, which we can adapt into Toronto as well, and maybe keep that a different format, to be honest. But that's why we're doing the property management and also development, the housing development, because they said it. And the funny thing is, you get this information from, again, South Park it's obviously a very comedic show, but they have their insights. The writers of that show have such great insights of the future. They saw Donald Trump going down the escalator way before he was in power. It's like there's so many different things that happen that they've kind of told the future on. It's almost like they forecasted a prophecy. And if you look at talking about the future of just jobs, they say jobs with arms will be the only ones that'll last, because if you kind of look at it now, AI, even for us, we've incorporated really heavily into our networks. Everything we do, we try to make sure that we automate it as fast as possible, be it as accurate as possible, and we're using a lot of AI right now, and we've moved away from ChatGPT because we feel like it hasn't graduated elementary school in a lot of things that it does. So we moved into a new system just recently, where it's obviously a more expensive system, monthly payment. But again, this is all we've adapted to most of our business right now, and then we want to keep it going. So that's the problem. You're going to see now, like a lot of buyer's agents, if this tech company takes it on and restructures it. Mike just sent me another message. 148,000 agents, they might do a test pilot on Remax itself and kind of incorporate technology into it and see how it goes, where they'll start eliminating, let's say, buyer's agent, or have them on salary, so that the listing house or the brokerage will retain more of the money than what it's used to. Because now, if you think of a brokerage, it's a dead business if you own a brokerage and you have 100, 200, 1,000 realtors, to be honest, because by the time you staff, the lease of the building, so on and so on, and then you got to face market conditions and whatever it is, and you're taking, like, Remax is like 5% of your take or whatever it is if you're a top producer. It's not really that much at the end that they're pulling in, to be honest. So I think that they're going to have maybe with the technology, you'll have a higher margin going forward and less agents. Again, we'll see what happens. Again, this is the future. So Uber screwed taxi, and Robo-taxi will screw up Uber, or take their business rather. And I think ultimately you're going to see something change drastically in the real estate market, because it's too prime for the picking, to be honest. Again, just going back to AI, last time I had to ask questions to an accountant, ask questions to a lawyer regarding a deal or anything that I'm doing, even out here with immigration or whatever, tax strategies. Again, I employ every one of them. I have an attorney, I have an immigration attorney, I have a tax accountant, realistically, and I have a bookkeeper. But ultimately, a lot of these answers I get prior to making the call, where I can strategize with a little bit of information that I can get quickly through AI. So again, how many of those calls, those retainer calls, have gone away, especially for lawyers, to be honest? It's going to be dramatic. I haven't called a lawyer for information in quite a while, to be honest. And again, we're functioning on both sides of the border, and the lawyer should be literally sitting somewhere in this office because how many questions we have in the day. But again, we found obviously AI is taking that lead and disrupted their business for sure. So exciting, scared, everything all bundled up in one, but ultimately all good. So we'll talk soon, guys. Have a good one.